Hello there, all you lovely, lovely people, for a little slice of Company of Heroes 3 delight. We're looking at Trainzz. He is those bloody Luftwaffe, the ones that deafen your ears and fly around the map, dropping people everywhere. Well, that's who he is. This is Ploiesti Outskirts, Stalemate, Pashino Stalemate. I have not been casting Company of Heroes 3. I've been working on my CoH2 mod, which I think is better than CoH3, but CoH3 is still pretty good itself. And then in the north, we've got Charlotte / Jian from Korea. She is the US forces. I don't know if she is a she or she is a she for VTuber purposes, but I can confirm that Charlotte is a VTuber, and meaning that they have an animated character from the anime world show up on stream instead of their actual face. And as we all know, I am one of the original members of the Anime Containment Force, the ACF from Company of Heroes 2. It was a clan that Love Nest originated, or Love Nest was one of the original founding fathers of the ACF back in 2015. We're not specifically anti-Helping Hands, but we are very much anti-anime. So just there we see the original members of this village run away. So yeah, I do want to root for Charlotte though, because we need more Korean representation after Ashablaw / Ray has stopped playing. So yeah. Anyway, I've got loads of people watching on Twitch. I could probably show you their comments, but they have to agree to be nice. So let's organise that in a second if we can. Chat. Where are you? Browser. Here we go. Bit of old chat. Bit of chat for you there. A bit of chat. Be nice, chat, if you can. Just try and be nice. I don't know if you can, but just try. I'm sure you can give it a solid go. Let's make you a bit more opaque there. Wonderful. So there's chat. This game is going to be a good one. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Oh, the UI, by the way, if you're asking about the UI. This is by the Cuban, who is possibly a former Relic employee showing off after being released. And the Cuban has released this fantastic user interface for casting purposes. And Zany Zap, if you've seen him on YouTube, that's Zany's company. As we see a few engagements beginning to erupt around the battlefield here. Zany Zap has figured out how to make it work for actual replays, not QMod replays. So big shout out to him as well. Let's try and figure out what the bloody hell's going on in this game now. As we see the Pathfinders. Ooh, there's a big shot from the sniper there, forcing the Grenadiers away. Will the Pathfinders finish off this particular Grenadier squad? He's looking low on health. How little health does he have remaining? 14 out of 80 there. That is a narrow escape for the mighty Trainzz. And over here, he's had some other skirmishes, rather, with his Falchion Pioneers beginning to cap the munitions and the fuel. That low health Pioneer doing some work in that regard. And the US have this sniper. This beautiful sniper who's running past the flames, ducking into a crater, and going Predator mode, invisible. So this is labelled Epic Game, and big shout out to Inverse of Company of Heroes 1 fame for making codb.com or something to that, maybe co3db.com, something like that. Basically it's a database for people to upload their replays to, and it parses said replays. Will the Pioneer escape? He has very little health, being 17 remaining. Sniper misses. Is there anybody on the retreat path to suck him up and finish him off? Oh dear. Doesn't look likely. Meanwhile, Grenadiers ready for some fun again. We've got Falchion Pioneers in the house, firing from 2 windows it seems, but don't like the look of that. Thanks for linking Zany's at the Q code. Typical AE, by the way, finally gets full game visibility and then decides to show chat. Oh, here it is. The M3 is on the field, and we all know what that can upgrade to. That's bad. Mojo Man. Dojo Man. Is that a mine there? I think that's a Falchion Pioneer laid mine. I am going to be rusty when it comes to casting CoH3, hence why I wanted to do this replay for you today. Will the sniper hit this time? Nope, misses like a drunken man. Missing the toilet because he's actually urinating in his wardrobe all over his wife's clothes. That is something my stepfather once did. Not once, but twice. Why do drunken men be in wardrobes? We'll never know. But many scientists in Oxbridge are currently studying it. Recoilless rifle dropped from the sky above. That's the LG-40. Will it be utilised? Bit of CoH3 zoom up for you there. It's gone from this to this. Big improvements. It's taking them a while to make changes for CoH3, but they are making them. So we can all be happy about that. By the way, in the north, this is a kill counter. In the top of the screen, I should say, not the north of the map. This is showing 14 kills for USF and only 4 for their maps. I don't know how accurate that is, but it seems vaguely accurate based on what I've seen in the game. Recoilless rifle has been crewed. Don't know what it's up against. It's up against this M16. That's what it's up against. Sniper M16 combo. That's going to go to work and do some big damage. Bigly damage, as the soon-to-be incarcerated Donald Trump Jr. would say. Or is it just Donald Trump? Didn't he have a son called Donald Trump? And his father... He's enough Donald Trump Sr. That would make... Yeah, that's right. His father's not Donald Trump. Okay. Fair enough. Sniper, by the way, has 6 kills already.
Silence! Grenadiers ready.
This Grenadier has most of his... Has all of his kills. No. This Grenadier has 4 kills. Are you telling me nobody else has a kill? That is correct. The only thing that has kills on the entirety of Trainzz army is that Grenadier squad. That is ridiculous. Now I think finally this Falchion Pioneer has a kill here.
We have lost the sector.
Oh, has to be careful. Maybe he'll tempt him into the mine here, possibly. Have to wait and see if that's going to happen. We're having a drop possibly over here, maybe? Maybe not. Well, we've got Pioneers going there, so probably not, to be honest. Pathfinders airborne, Pioneer, and Engineers pushing in from multiple angles. The M16 just lapping heavy cover, cowering Falchion Pioneers. Can't blame them as the LG-40 tries to get a shot off. Will it be successful? Going to fire through the bushes. Oh, gets the shot in due to vision. Will it get another? No. And it is the DAC Grens, of course, that do have the anti-tank grenades with the upgrade. Apparently we do have reports of a dead Pioneer from earlier. Oh, he gets the shot there! He sneaks up the other side, kills it off. Nice pick up there for Trainzz. He may have half the kills, but he has the biggest kill so far.
Commandant, you have command points available.
Sniper.
Victory point lost.
9 kills now. Falchion Pioneers on 5. Finally a kill on retreat, perhaps. Yes! He got him this time. There's the unkillable medics, due to Relic having to adhere to the Geneva Convention in order to sell in the country of Mozambique. Or something, I don't know, I'm making it up a little bit. So yeah, I'm loving these new UIs. This is game changing. I'm actually excited to cast the tournament now. Good stuff. I want to know what love is.
The enemy has
I want you to
the
show
enemy has
me.
taken a victory point.
I want you to shoot the church with the LG-40. And he gets out of said holy house and runs back to base. Meanwhile, we've got very, very soon to be dead Pioneer squad. He's on fire, and not in the NBA Jam way.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
Hands up if you got that reference. We do actually have a squad that could have come in for the kill there, but Charlotte doesn't want to do that. Still could do it. Still might. Oh, targeted these guys instead. That is a shame.
The enemy is stealing our territory
Meanwhile,
from us.
paratroopers down here. If you have a very low health model, you'll see this guy with only...
The enemy has claimed our sector.
Well, he's dead now. They're all dying very quickly, actually. Bad little jaunt for the paratroopers. Meanwhile, this Airborne squads forced away. Combination for that. We had the mine trigger there. It was this one. Paratroopers losing more health on retreat there. Snipers up to 11. Well, it's had 11 kills for a long time. Hasn't got a kill for a while. Overall kill counter is 1 vehicle destroyed, 14 infantry kills, and 31 infantry kills for USF. Flamers and sniper OP.
One of our capture points is under attack.
Well, for 2 LG40s now, that is surprising. I like it. Very nimble. Able to go around the sides of Casino Stalemate. Let's just call it what it is. It's Arnhem checkpoints. It's Arnhem checkpoint. That's the map we're watching. Gren should have been behind heavy cover earlier, but doesn't matter. Just incur a bit of unnecessary health damage there that they didn't need to.
Ground forces available as reinforcements.
You need us?
Blossoms go forward. We don't have base healing. Don't know what's going on there. He should do by this point. Maybe he's saving his resources. Other than that, he has gone for structure. He's gone for the structure and the other structure. Meanwhile, USF has gone for this structure, and he's now building this big structure, which I believe is the tank depot. Excellent analysis by AE there, because he doesn't have his usual UI. He can't quite work out what the hell's bloody going on. I'm going to have to figure out how to put the scores on this, which I'm pretty sure I'll be able to quite easily, to be fair. A lot of mines been planted, and the UI jumped to them. Oh, this UI's sick, man. It's absolutely awesome. It's almost like Reliquary have this coded, and the Cuban just unleashed the code. Don't know why. But anyway, it's not already in the game. I think it is going to be an official patch in fall, and I think the Cuban has just unleashed code that was already there, kind of thing. Paratrooper. So you have an LMG. Panzer Grenadiers aren't the STG Totally Panzer Grenadiers of old, so this isn't their ideal distance. But they're 2 medium and long distance squads, and just so happens the paratroopers won out. Or rather, Charlotte / Gian didn't want to incur any more losses. These mines, don't know whose they are, but they're going to explode soon. Expert casting from me again.
We have lost control of a victory point. The enemy has lost their
Have I noticed anything better about the sounds? I mean, they seem okay. I'm pretty sure. I haven't heard the Brownings yet. I've heard the Brownings are really loud. Oh, there's at least 7 players playing CoH3, Captain Link. At least 7. Me now, Demare, Vector, Almond, and Charlotte. That's half of the player base. And then
sector now under enemy control.
I think CoH3 will. Is CoH3 stabilized, by the way? Nobody in the community wants to mention the fact that the player count's been the same for the last 3 weeks. They're just used to it falling, but they haven't actually noticed it stabilized. So that just shows you typical kind of, you only want to see what you want to see. It's literally had the same player base for 3 weeks in a row now. That house no longer exists. And the Falchion Pioneers are to blame. Sniper opens up with its 14th kill now. So it's not opened up, it's continued opening up. Nice little cheeky sprint by the Panzer Grenadiers. Getting behind heavy cover. Yeah, I've heard there's some animation cancelling bugs, but to be honest, the mine's going to finally trigger. Oh, that was a big mine, but also suppressed. The Wehrmacht Falchion Pioneers, they can't finish the job due to their suppression. And that was a tactical mine destroy. And here we go, we've got the M18 Hellcat. Which has no engine noise because he's in the fog of war. We need to fix that in time for the release of the official replay tools, I presume.
Territory is ours. We're not staying here, right?
Right then, get some healing done whilst he's capping. Victory point wise, it's pretty bloody even, 345 versus 360. No, yeah, there are animation cancelling bugs in CoH3 to this day that I'm aware of, and I'm not sure everybody else is aware of. But I'm pretty sure people just keep them secret.
Panzer IV is field ready.
We've got a Panzer IV to go up against this Helka.
Victory point is under enemy control.
You need to go on Zany Zap's Discord server, or the official Discord server, and go on the modding section. Zany Zap has released a mod that allows you to use Q mode with the official
We have finished the research.
with live replays, basically. Oh, he's gonna crush this wall! Oh, that's good stuff. He's wearing a bit of the wall now. Amazing. Fake height from A. He's trying to keep himself into the replay. He missed once only there. Second shot won't be so lucky. Here comes the Hellcat firing from the bush, perhaps. No! Decides to hit this piece of rock instead. Right. Pathfinder's forced off.
Ready for orders.
And two kinds of engineer push to the victory point fuel scenario. Mine detonates, pushing back the engineer. And the tanks never actually meet each other in combat there. You know what? I'd love to be able to flip. How do I flip to Charlotte's perspective? Maybe that's here. That's notifications. This is interface.
An officer is being installed for our
Battle
Panzer
group
Grenadier
panel.
Company.
What the hell's that?
Location secure.
Oh, I don't want that.
Has captured the territory.
Command card? No, I don't want that. Ugh. Look at that monstrosity. Okay, I can't figure it out. You can't flip. Thank you, Zany. I wish I just read your comment. I did see somebody commented something. Okay. In the meantime, Airborne vault into victory. Surely going to force away that Falcon Pioneer soon. That could die if he's not careful. Still could die.
Enemy forces have captured the
39
victory
health
point.
remaining. And dropping. Hellcat needs to get busy. He's been on the field for a while, but I'm not seeing him have much effect. That's not the original one that retreated, but he also gets a lucky retreat. Definitely has retreat hacks. Definitely. Oh, dodges the grenade with aplomb and continues his assault, forcing away the airborne. Meanwhile, he goes for a fuel decap, does Trainzz. And he himself bites the bullet.
Concentrate.
Panzer IV is going to go stationary for a good effect on target. Gets that accuracy boost and follows up, but misses. Fuel-wise, we're looking at 59 apiece. Surely we'll be getting a second tank soon. We do have airborne centre, I want to call it, for Charlotte in the north. I can speak. Not airborne centre. What's it bloody called? I think people often forget about me. I have been casting every Common Heroes game and lots of mods of Common Heroes games for a very long time, so I have to retain air support centre. It was a centre. Thank you, Almond. It was a centre for airborne. Ah, we now have 2 Hellcats. I'm definitely seeing some war speed on the horizon for an almighty flank in Charlotte's
infantry
future.
are ready to be paradropped.
More Falchion Pioneers push through the centre with LG-40 support in the north. We're going for further pressure up there. This Grenadier is very effed if he doesn't get out of there soon. I haven't seen any plane abilities, that's so true. Maybe he's saving for some bombardment.
300 points remaining.
Sniper!
Hellcats finally get some action there. LG-40 surely pushing up
We have lost
with
control of a
infantry
victory
support,
point.
maybe to get a flank off he could have done. Oh well. Meanwhile, a bit of a pitched engagement here. The LNG should surely win out there. Sniper, by the way, now has an almighty 20 kills. As this mini blob of infantry of all different uniforms, shapes and sizes pushes in.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Righty ho.
What are your orders?
Boston Pioneers. Veteran C2. Wonder what that does for them. Does it say? Doesn't quite say in this mod. Oh well.
Regret shooting at
Input
us!
to improve, I guess.
Build it!
Awaiting orders.
Got the Panzer 4 on 6 infantry kills thus far, and surely something else to follow. Indeed we do. We've got the regular Sherman for Charlotte, and Trainzz is banking a massive 111 fuel there. If we unveil the command card, we should then... Not command card, for God's sake. Battle group panel. We should then see, yes, indeed, what he's gone
We have
for.
lost the sector.
He's got infantry reserves of the Luftwaffe, and of course there's no heavy tanks to come, so that's what he's gone. Back over here. We do finally have an ability use for the new and improved planes. Hellcat's pushing in. What's going to go on now?
Our territory for their own.
Panzer 4 needs to get out of there. Unfortunately, one of the Hellcats misses. LG-40 was ready to help out if needed.
Panzer 4 reporting in.
And we got another Panzer 4. No surprises there, but we do have an M4A1, which is going to have some fun. Hearing shouts of an air raid. What's going to happen here? Let's get a shot of these new planes.
We have a surplus of command points available.
Oh, well, that's faster, isn't it? Looks a lot better. So much faster and better. I think DevM just gave them a massive speed boost, basically. Oh, how do I get back? There we go. Fantastic.
Panzer officers shall take up residence. Victory point lost.
Panzer Grenadier makes it back to base. No squad wipes for a long time. Here comes the original Panzer 4. Which station gets the boost and hits him with the MG, but not with the cannon. Yeah, the Hellcat gunners have been drunk all game. We've not really had much effect on target with those guys. I think this game's beginning to heat up quite nicely.
Research completed.
Sniper's only 3 kills now, putting effect on
Get ready,
these Panzer Grenadiers. They get merged into by the Grenadiers, who themselves take the burden and retreat back to base. Doing the donkey work of the Wehrmacht, it would seem.
Capture complete. Restock while you can.
Panzer IV's lying in wait for anybody that dares poke their head around this apex here. Must be noted that this map is quite asymmetrical. I do feel it's a little bit harder usually to push in from one of the two directions. I think from this direction is a little bit... No, this direction's easier because the gaps are a bit wider, especially in the late game. But if you notice from the north, you've got much more garrisons. So it's a bit of a funnel, basically. You funnel in from the north, mostly through this angle. Let's check out what's going on over here.
They are securing our capture point.
They're getting burnt alive.
Stuka aircraft ready to loiter the target area.
We do have Stuka loiters ready. Stuka loofers, that's when you need to clean your Stuka after a loiter. Sherman goes in with Panzer. Where are those Hellcats at there? Pushing in as well. They've got to push past mines. We've got nice use of P-47s here. Zooming into battle. Much better there. And a big bombardment goes down. Detonates mines. Will kill an engineer. There you go. Polished off by the airborne. Huge usage of multiple plane abilities. Now we've got the Luftwaffe pushing in. Massively improved.
A capture point is being overrun.
Look at that. Way better now. I think big thanks to DevM for that. Spinning round the map with high velocity. Look at that! Look at that. That's way better. Holy shit, that's better. Wow, it looks like a real plane. That's like the speed a plane goes. What's going on? This is insanity. I'm just like, what is going on? That's like the speed of a plane. They're flying off like planes fly. This isn't my CoH3. This isn't what I paid $60 for.
Received.
I want planes controlled by toddlers. Sniper's dead, by the way. I know that's pretty massive. Did the sniper die in the bombardment, I take it? Probably. No, that would make no sense. Must have died somewhere else. Sniper's more important, don't worry. It's fine. Probably died over here. Plane physics.
Commandant, we're ready.
3 Panzer IVs on their way. Terrible casting by E, but that's why I'm doing a practice cast. I haven't actually cast a game for a while, of CoH3 for a while, so it's good to get back, try and get back into it. Just like playing the game, you do get rusty if you're not casting it. The problem is with this mod is you do not know who's planted the mines. You have to just be ultra vigilant.
Panzer 4 reporting in.
3 Panzer IVs now. All of them with the training, Panzer training, to give them veterancy 1 on birth.
We have lost control of a victory point.
North side, paratroopers and pathfinders. Getting some recapping done because Charlotte has been kind of capped off the map for a while. Trainzz has pushed her down to around 166 victory points.
Sector now under enemy control.
And that's why she's making a dash for them as we speak. Panzer Horde doesn't like it, is going to retaliate.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Meanwhile, Flamer attack ground through one garrison into another. This could be a cheeky squad wipe.
Russian pioneers have been killed.
Oh, what a cheeky squad wipe there from Charlotte. Nice work with the Flamer.
The adversary is
Meanwhile,
trying
in
to
the
take
north,
one of
Panzer
our
Grenadiers
points.
versus Pathfinders. In the south, Panzer IVs combine. And the Hellcats are ready to march again. The engineer with the minesweeper and repair upgrades have been at work. Let's see if we can make an inroad. We're all up against 3 Panzer IVs now. It's going to be tougher. And we're going to be ready for another Superloiter very soon. We have munitions for them. Lost a lot of engineers. Lost a pioneer. We're going to lose another Panzer Grenadier. Oh dear, oh dear. That is not good for Trainzz. We may have enjoyed a lot of control of the battlefield, but we cannot sustain losses like the ones we've been suffering very recently.
Ready for order.
Looking after the finest stomach battalion in the Wehrmacht wasn't enough.
Still only 1 vehicle wipe in the game so far. We do have 93 infantry
Shock
kills versus
veterans have been
57.
relinquished to us.
He's dead! Leave him!
Oh, beefy shot there.
Fallschirmpioniere, ready for orders.
Versus... What a mine that is. Forcing back the Pathfinders. I just had an idea. What if the Cuban isn't a former Relic employee? What if it's a current Relic employee? And this is Relic employees acting to mitigate the red tape, pushing features they know will help the community without going through official channels because they need to do it more quickly to have a positive effect on the game. That makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. No, why is it not plausible? That makes so much more sense. Why is it more plausible that a random modder no one's ever heard of, or an ex-Relic employee who becomes a modder after being let go? I think it's way more plausible that it's a current Relic employee. And I have no confirmation of that. I've not heard anything. It just occurred to me whilst I was casting this just now. Anyway, back to your regular scheduled viewing. I do think a lot of things, but I actually think this is probably a lot closer to reality than the other two theories. A modder we've never heard of and has never spoken ever again. an ex-Relic employee that is disgruntled and wants to show off what's already in the engine, or a current Relic employee acting to make people like the game more and enjoy replays more, etc.
Bastards
But
have secured our territory from us.
Is going beyond the around the other side of the red tape. No, this is from a mysterious modder called the Cuban that's never interacted before or since, and it makes use of in-game files. But this is not what a typical modder can do. Even Yan252 could not do this. So this is definitely... They have to have prior knowledge of how the game works from within Relic at some point in time. It's... more mines coming down here? Oh, I see. They're queuing up multiple mines. They're doing the one at the first most points. And then they're going to go in this garrison. Nice shift command there. I like it. I don't know everybody, Cop Top. I'm saying it's either somebody that was in Relic or is still in Relic. But one thing nobody ever considered is what if the person that did this mod still works for Relic, and maybe it's just like an unofficial way to get features out to us without us having to wait forever for them. Could be. Don't know why nobody considered that as an option.
Engines running.
3 Panzer IVs lying in wait. Panzer's Wolf battle group versus an almighty armada in the north. We've got a Hellcat going the wrong way. We've got 3... What's this? 2 Shermans, 2 Hellcats, another Sherman, and 3 Hellcats, 2 Shermans. That's a big battle group from Charlotte. That is going to do something. She is trying to mitigate being cut off from the victory points. Got an airstrike as well. This could be big. Let's get sight lines on this. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. And here come the Hellcats. It's all coming in right now. Everything is absolutely cascading from the sky above. The Hellcats come in. The Shermans come in. We've got 1 Panzer IV down. Another being rebuilt immediately. Charlotte's going round the outside. She's been targeted from the rear by one of the existing Panzer IVs. We do have a hull down position taken, but it is not enough. The goggles, they do nothing. This could be an absolute rout. It could be. The hull down's beginning to save the day. We do have Stuka Loiter now beginning to happen as well. There's a huge strafe from Goering's finest. Panzer IV proliferating fire, but it itself is taken out. We have no Panzers remaining. We have 2 allied tanks. Where are the LG-40s and all this? They themselves are now being targeted after hitting Vetracy 2. Charlotte is back in this game with a vengeance. In a huge way. 2 tanks look likely to survive. M4A1 continuing to fire, but it itself has now been Fausted. LG-40 is in a bit of a dismemberment bug there. And the airborne, oh dear, not much health remaining. Got 16 health in total. There falls back. New Panzer IV hits. Going to take out the Sherman, but not before a lot of infantry damage was done. And what do we have remaining for Trainzz? Not much at all. Oh dear, oh dear. Basically, the cast was rubbish except for that bit. Might as well just upload that bit, to be honest. Can't see what Charlotte has. DK, if it sounds like a horse, it's probably a horse. Everybody's saying that recently. It doesn't sound or look like a horse. It's got tools and usage of hidden game files that's like something we've never seen. Like, literally, no one's ever heard of the Cuban ever before or since. They come in, they release 3 mods in the space of like 2 weeks and then disappear. So, no, it isn't. If it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, quacks like a duck, and tastes like a duck, it's probably a duck. It isn't. You can't just use that every situation in life. You can't just say, I'm sorry, sir. If it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, and quacks like a duck, your wife's dead.
The enemy has taken a
You
victory
can't just
point.
say, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and tastes like a duck, I'm sorry, you're fired. It's just not a phrase you can use in every situation. Very overused and overutilized there. And already, these bloody Hellcats are back. And this Pathfinder's never going to be back. That's very dead, thanks to...
Target eliminated.
I like the weapon sound for that
Victory
one.
point lost.
True, Nelly Neal. I'm just quoting a theory. And an opinion as these Hellcats go in yet again. There's very, very low health. And dead Panzer IV. Trainzz is just falling off a cliff here. What a great assault by Charlotte to win the game. Does very much look like she has won the game. I mean, of course, the
Our
victory point
front line
situation is
fails.
against her, but
250 points remain for us.
this is a massive loss now.
More replacements. A lucky day.
No, this is a community mod, the UI. It's not official relic, although there are suspicions it could be connected to relics.
Already dead!
That's kill count, Nelly Neal? Victory, vehicles destroyed, infantry destroyed?
Alarm. Sector overrun.
So hopefully it does, when they actually hit with this replay UI, it probably will look like this and
Ready for
will
order.
be fully ironed out.
You have orders?
But I'm enjoying it anyway, it's
The
good
enemy
stuff.
holds all victory points.
It's been a good game to watch, this one. I definitely feel like we're watching a game that doesn't need to exist
Panzer IV
anymore.
is field ready.
And maybe this Panzer IV can be the one to save the day, who knows. What exactly is he up against? He's up against 2 Hellcats and a Sherman. RIP. We do have the 2 LG-40s, but they no longer have any
We are down
veterancy.
to 200 points.
And infantry-wise, we have not a leg to stand on. Well,
We are
we have
losing
3 squads, I
control of a
suppose.
sector.
It's not completely the end.
That man slivers like a cutter.
Enemy in.
Well, apparently we're having huge path finding changes coming soon. Pathing changes, basically, so that's going to be excellent. These guys need to find a path to base. LG-14 ricochets against the Sherman there. What else we've got going on? Grenadiers versus Airborne. Being forced away. And he... Oh, God. Oh, God. You don't want to be these guys right now. Is that friendly fire? Yeah, friendly fire there. Ouch. Well, can't beat a bit of friendly fire. That's what the Americans have been very good at over the years. So CoH3 is very realistic in that sense. Exactly, Armin. They bomb everybody. British, journalists, Al Jazeera, themselves, and the enemy. It's been 20 years. I'm allowed to make historical references that are 20 years old. Plus. Just like history memes on Reddit. They have a 20 years rule, as does AE.
Stoßtruppen, armed and ready.
We have no jokes about Afghanistan and its continuing war, ISIS, Ukraine, Chechnya. But we do have jokes about the Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Territory is ours.
Yep, it was actually called that.
Stoßtruppen
And,
need
of course,
order.
the other was a reference to Kosovo, I believe, or something like that. Ooh, jokes about 9/11 Vector. Technically, they're on the table, but they have to be tasteful because it was a civilian target.
Grenadiers ready.
As were the American bombing jokes just now.
Enemy attention. Move and fire.
Cool name as well. Oh! Nice grenade there.
Incoming. Let's push the front.
Just can't get enough of these planes. They're so much better.
The enemy has
I'm
75
sorry,
points
someone's
and
just
more.
said something that really upsets me in chat. No, jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but it can reduce steel beams to a fraction of their previous tensile strength at 1/3 of the melting point. If you studied steel at university, you'd understand, but you don't understand. Get out of my chat! Get out! It only takes 1/3 of the heat of the melting point to reduce steel to a tiny fraction of its tensile strength. Get out of my chat! Just get out!
We've got man down!
No, it literally can't melt the steel beams, but it
The
doesn't
enemy has
need
taken a
to.
victory point.
Because a skyscraper of 1960 construction with central loaded beams, if you know, one floor of those beams, for example, were to be inundated with a jet fuel at a high temperature fire, it would result in structural collapse. No rifles ready. It's been fixed. They don't. They're amazing now. But sadly, we don't get them. Ooh, there we go. Another possible game-ending push here. As we have another, this time a strafe coming in. Reducing the Pioneer to barely anything. Meanwhile, Sherman's under duress. Can the LG-40 finally get a kill? No, it can't. Panzer IV surviving for now. As the Stukas give it some survival. Another Hellcat survives. How is this game still ongoing? It's absolutely tremendous, really. What an assault there.
100 points left.
Commandant, orders?
Panzer IV barely survives. LG-40 takes a huge hit and has had to be recrewed. Yep, this Sherman did get away in the end. Barely any health. 40 out of 720. And victory point situation critical now for both players all of a sudden. They're talking about steel beams too much in chat, it seems. Stosstroop and push in. Those MGs blaring. Getting a cheeky kill on the retreating squad. Munitions-wise, we will be free of loiters for a while. Their Macs have somehow rebuilt their forces. With the help of Stuka loiters, they're fighting back. LG-40, this is now a Pack 40 rather, having good effect on target. They're forcing away the Sherman. Stosstroop taking a huge hit, however, causing a voice crack, an unnecessary voice crack there. Pathfinder has a flamethrower from a dropped combat engineer from earlier. Stosstroop can pick a victory point up. This is forcing Charlotte down to 47, but we do have the Armada being repaired, but this is a Veterancy 0 Minesweeper engineer. Its repairs are very rudimentary.
Of a victory point.
Panzer IV now joins his accomplice, and the victory points are being traded in the centre. We do have the Sherman just sitting on the northern victory point because he has to, and we've got the airborne going down south.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Need AT support? Damn it!
Oh, up against it here. Stosstroop forced away. Pathfinders reign supreme, and it's a triple cap now for Charlotte all of a sudden. Is she in a position to just throw everything into the meat grinder and drain her opponent down? Probably not. 76 should be enough. But as the victory points are actually 1 per second at 3 victory points in CoH3, you technically only have, that's right, 1 minute to rectify the situation. 1 minute. Needs to get in there now, because there's not much future otherwise. Sherman has been sitting on the point. We may see why now. First shot, however, is a miss. Goes mobile, looks to push them around. Meanwhile, in the centre, we've got Pathfinders smoking out the situation, bravely pushing themselves onto the victory points. This is what we want to see. This is one of those tense finishes. Big strafe comes in on the Grenadier. Looks to finish the job. Can we somehow survive in the centre? Stosstroop and grenade assault nearly finished off the Pathfinder and forces it away. Meanwhile, we've got another assault. This time it's airborne versus Thorsham Pioneers. We do have that wipe in the centre. That was finished off by Charlotte. Can Charlotte finish this game off? Trainzz is down to 19 victory points now. Stosstroop bravely cap in the centre. Can he neutralise in the south? Airborne throw their bodies on the line for liberty and the American Empire. Yes, it is an empire. I don't care what you say. And they're up against it. However, they are forced away. Looking to neutralise, they do indeed. We've got the central victory point capped. Charlotte lives to fight another day, but did she have a chance to finish the game off there? We've got a Sherman being built. We've got a lot of tanks needing repair, but only one engineer anywhere to be seen. And that is now capped for the Americans. So we've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds for Charlotte to remedy the situation with a victory point in her grasp, but 2 in her opponents. Oh dear, this could go anybody's way now. Anybody's way. Right, 2 Panzer IVs in the centre. Another Stosstrooper squad being built to join these 3. Got Pioneers being remanned in base. Meanwhile, in the north, new Sherman joins the fray. Pathfinder Vet 3 with a flamethrower. We've got the Vet 2 paratroopers. What else do we have on the battlefield? Not much else. We do have this Pathfinder awaiting an assault on the fuel point there.
The enemy is down to their last 25 points.
Who's going to win? Could be anybody's. 18 versus 23. What a game this has evolved to be. We've got the mighty tank armada and may just want to push in and secure things now because Wehrmacht currently hold 2 victory points. You have to fight and take them off, Trainzz, if you want to win, Charlotte. We've got a Sherman and a paratrooper pushing in the west. Meanwhile, from the north, we've got multiple tanks pushing in. Stosstrooper awaits. LG-40 has to get into position. Falchion Pioneers need to get into that central victory point. Meanwhile, in the south, Stosstrooper under a high degree of duress. Both Panzer IVs are looking to finish off the Sherman before things can change. Do we have a grenade assault? Do we have munitions? We have more than enough munitions. Back in the centre. Falchion Pioneers do indeed lurch from behind the church to get into position on that central victory point. Can he hold the line? Oh no! Can this paratrooper be destroyed? Yes, it can. Wehrmacht keep position there. We have a very interesting battle between Pathfinders and Falchion Pioneers. Who will die? Who will survive? Looks like Pathfinder survived, but they only have 4 victory points remaining. Can they neutralise in time? Can they neutralise? Oh my, it's so close. Engineers throw themselves in 1 victory point. It's so close, but no, they couldn't make it. They couldn't make it, and Trainzz wins. Despite the odds there, that was so close with so many tanks. Charlotte was a fraction of a pizza slice away from claiming that victory points. But oh dear, Trainzz with a horrific squad preservation somehow won that game. And I like to thank the bottleneck of that map in particular for making it so difficult for the northern player to come in from the north. It is really tough. And with mines, with Stuka loiters, the Panzer IVs can sit behind the natural garrisons and have a lot better time of it. But I think Charlotte had a great time pushing all of her tanks in. And the bombardments cleared a lot of mines, so it was a really cool game in a way. So hopefully I got the balance right between shoutcasting, analysis casting, and talking shit. Yeah, the stat screen doesn't mean anything. That's why I don't gravitate on it. I think the graphs may work. Possibly. Let's have a look. Do the graphs work? Do they not? Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I don't even have to do any spoiler screens, so this is over from me to YouTube. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a lovely time. Don't forget to tune in this Saturday for ML4 live on twitch.tv/AECOH from 2 p.m. GMT, so that's 3 p.m. Britain time, 4 p.m. European time, 9 o'clock Eastern time in America, and about 10 o'clock at night in Korea, or maybe 11. So thanks, everybody, for watching, and goodbye.